Let's not kid ourselves. Women notice things. And guys, while you're busy flexing those biceps or slicking back your hair for the 1000th time, she might just be staring at something else entirely. Curious? You should be, because today you're about to discover 10 unexpected things women secretly stare at on men. No, it's not what you think, and most guys are completely clueless. Ready for the eye-opening truth? Let's dive in. 1. The eyes, the windows, and the weapons. Let's start with the eyes. Not just whether they're blue, green, brown, or black, but how they speak. Women don't just glance at eyes, they dive into them. Are your eyes alive, sparkling with energy, or dull and distant like you've been scrolling social media for 6 hours straight? Your gaze is a silent megaphone. Women pick up on eye contact like predators track movement in the wild. Strong, steady eye contact radiates dominance and confidence. Too much staring, though, and you look like you're auditioning for a horror film. Too little, and you seem insecure, shifty, or uninterested. Women unconsciously measure whether a man's eyes make them feel safe, desired, or creeped out. In fact, studies in psychology show that prolonged eye contact can trigger oxytocin, the bonding hormone, in women, even if they barely know you. So yes, your eyes can literally hack attraction, and when she stares at them, she's decoding everything about your confidence, your sincerity, and your vibe faster than you can say, "Did I blink too much?" 2. The smile. Hidden signals of power. Now here's where most men underestimate their own arsenal. The smile. Men often think a smile is just about showing good teeth. Wrong. A smile is one of the most powerful subconscious signals in human interaction, and women are obsessed with decoding it. Is your smile warm and genuine, with those tiny crinkles near the eyes that say you're authentic? Or is it tight-lipped, forced, and awkward, like a bad passport photo? Women can spot the difference instantly. A genuine smile releases dopamine and serotonin, not only in you, but in her brain too. It's contagious, but here's where it gets wild. Evolutionary psychology suggests women subconsciously scan a man's smile for genetic fitness. Straight, healthy teeth signal good health and strong genes. Even more, a confident smile signals you're socially skilled, a man who can navigate human interaction with ease. In other words, a powerful smile says, "I've got my life together." If you've ever wondered why some guys who aren't traditionally handsome still attract women effortlessly, look at their smile. That's not charm. That's biology and psychology conspiring in their favor. 3. The shoulders and posture, the armor of masculinity. Here's one women will never admit openly. They're staring at your shoulders, your posture, and the way you carry yourself. Broad shoulders, straight posture, instantly magnetic. Slouched shoulders, spine curved like a shrimp, that screams defeat before you even say hello. Why does this matter? Because posture is a primal cue. It tells a woman whether you're strong, confident, and capable of protection. It's evolutionary wiring. Wider shoulders mean strength, which historically equaled survival. Even in today's world, that subconscious program hasn't been deleted. A man standing tall with squared shoulders communicates power without words. He looks like someone who knows where he's going in life. Meanwhile, a guy hunched over his phone looks like he's apologizing for existing. Women are not just looking, they're feeling the energy your body language radiates. So when she stares at you across the room, don't think she's only looking at your face. She's scanning the whole frame. Is this guy a king in his castle or a peasant begging for scraps? 4. The hands, secret confidence meters. Yes, the hands. It might sound ridiculous, but women notice them. Why? Because your hands tell stories you didn't even know you were telling. Rough, calloused hands might scream strength, hard work, and masculinity. Well-kept, clean hands radiate self-care and attention to detail. Hands that twitch, fidget, or stay buried in your pockets broadcast nervousness. In fact, women often watch a man's hands more than men realize. Are your hands relaxed when you talk, or do you flail like you're directing traffic? Do you gesture with controlled movements, signaling composure, or do your hands look like they're battling invisible mosquitoes? And here's the kicker. Women unconsciously associate hands with intimacy. Strong but gentle hands imply confidence and capability. Neglected nails or dirty fingers? Instant turn-off. So yes, the next time you think no one's paying attention to your hands, think again. Women are. And they're making micro-judgments about you before you even shake theirs. 5. The voice, the hidden dominance switch. This one's huge and most men don't even realize it. Women stare, yes, stare at your mouth when you talk. They're not just reading your lips, they're listening to the voice. Your voice is like a cheat code in the attraction game. A deeper, steady tone is often read as dominant, protective and confident. High-pitched or shaky, that can scream nervousness. But here's the twist. It's not only about pitch, it's about resonance, control and pacing. When a woman listens to your voice, she's processing whether it calms her nervous system or sets off alarm bells. A confident, deliberate tone lowers her defenses, while rushed, stuttering speech creates anxiety. In fact, research shows that women find men with lower, more resonant voices more attractive, especially during peak fertility. And don't forget articulation. Slurred, mumbled words suggest laziness or lack of clarity. Crisp, clear communication signals intelligence and competence. So when she locks onto your face while you're speaking, she's not only staring at your lips, she's decoding your entire level of confidence through your voice. 6. The style, more than just clothes. Here's where guys massively underestimate themselves. Women stare at your style like it's a book cover. Not just whether you're wearing designer labels, but how you put yourself together. Do your clothes fit well? Or do they hang off you like a discount Halloween costume? Do your shoes look sharp? Or do they look like they've survived 5 apocalypses? Women notice the tiniest details. The belt matching the shoes, the watch on your wrist, whether your shirt is wrinkled or crisp. Why? Because style signals self-respect. A man who dresses with care tells a silent story. I value myself and I value the impression I make. It's not about spending a fortune, it's about intention. Even a simple t-shirt and jeans can look magnetic if they fit well and are paired with confidence. Women stare at these details to evaluate taste, effort and lifestyle. Because, fair or not, style is a billboard screaming what kind of man you are before you open your mouth. 7. The energy, the unseen magnet. And now we hit the most powerful and mysterious one. The thing women stare at that most men don't even realize exists. Your energy. Yes, the way you move, the aura you radiate, the vibe you carry when you walk into a room. Women can sense it before you even speak. Is your energy heavy, anxious and insecure, or light, magnetic and commanding? This isn't some mystical nonsense. It's body language, micro-expressions and subtle cues all working together. The way you take up space, the rhythm of your stride, the calmness in your gestures, all of this creates an invisible field around you. Women stare at it, feel it and make snap judgments. This is why 2 men with the exact same looks can get completely different reactions from women. One radiates confidence, purpose and calm strength. The other radiates desperation and insecurity. Women don't just notice, they stare at the difference. 8. The jawline and facial structure, nature's status badge. When a woman looks at a man, one of the first unconscious scans goes straight to the jawline. A sharp, defined jaw has been evolution's billboard for masculinity for thousands of years. Why? Because testosterone shapes the bone structure of the face. A strong jaw, broad chin, and symmetrical features signal genetic health and higher testosterone, traits historically linked to strength, dominance, and the ability to provide and protect. But here's the wild twist. It's not just about whether you were born with superhero jawlines. Women also notice how you carry your face. Do you slouch and tuck your chin like you're hiding from the world? Or do you hold your head high, jaw squared, radiating presence? Even subtle expressions matter. clenched jaw, that radiates stress or aggression. Relaxed but firm jaw, that projects calm confidence. Women don't just glance, they analyze. Your face is your billboard, and whether you realize it or not, women are staring at it for micro-clues about your health, your masculinity, and your inner state. 9. The scent, attraction's invisible trigger. This one you can't fake with cologne alone. Women stare with their noses. That's right. Scent is one of the most underrated things women notice about men, and they notice more than you think. Sure, a well-chosen cologne can make a man magnetic, but beneath that, there's something primal happening. Women are subconsciously sensitive to pheromones, the natural chemical signals that hint at compatibility and genetic fitness. A man's natural scent, mixed with his grooming habits, hygiene, and even what he eats, tells a story. Here's the kicker. Research has shown that women can literally pick up on immune system compatibility through scent. Translation: a man's natural smell can unconsciously make a woman feel drawn to him or repelled. That's why women stare longer than you realize when you're close. They're not just noticing your jawline or your shoulders, they're breathing you in. And whether you smell like quiet strength, clean confidence, or yesterday's gym bag, that scent is branding itself into their memory faster than your pickup line ever could. 10. The walk, confidence in motion. Ever heard the phrase, "It's not what you wear, it's how you wear it"? Well, the same goes for walking. Women stare at how men move, and your walk might be one of the biggest giveaways of all. Think about it. A man's gait is a moving billboard of his confidence. A slow, steady, grounded walk radiates calm dominance. Shoulders back, head upright, controlled stride. It's magnetic. A rushed, jittery, or slouched walk screams insecurity or distraction. Even tiny details stand out. Do you drag your feet, or do you move with purpose? Do you sway too much, like you're trying too hard, or stride in a way that commands respect without effort? Women notice. And they don't just notice, they interpret. A confident walk says, "This man knows where he's going, and he doesn't need anyone's permission." An awkward shuffle says, "This man is unsure of himself. One is attractive, the other is forgettable." Women stare at the difference even if they'll never admit it out loud. Here's the raw truth. Women aren't just casually looking at men. They're scanning, decoding, and silently judging in milliseconds. Your eyes, your smile, your posture, your hands, your voice, your style, and your energy are all under the microscope, even when you think nobody's paying attention. And the scariest part, once you know this, you'll realize every time a woman looks your way, she's not just looking. She's measuring you against these 7 silent but powerful criteria, and her decision about you is being made long before you even say hello.